Utah becomes apparent when you get a look at the aerial shot of the surroundings. Welcome, everyone. Let's get ready for some NBA basketball on 2K Sports. With Greg Anthony and Chris Webber, this is Kevin Harlan. David Aldridge will be reporting from the sidelines. And a great time to check out the power rankings, see how the teams are stacking up across the league. You look at Atlanta. They couldn't hold their position this week, but remain in the top 10.
And with Utah right now, they were obviously hoping to start out better. Still, too soon to panic. But lately, they've had very little luck and seem to be trending in the wrong direction.
And as things get ready to roll, let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's on the sideline. David?
Hey, Kevin. Ja Morant put the league on notice his rookie season with spectacular play and a little jawing while he's at it. The Grizzlies rookie said, "I just play with the same chip every game," adding it's nothing personal. "I'm just having fun," he said. "My teammates and the coaches allow me to go out there, play freely, and do what I do." Kevin?
Thank you, David. Some of the best in the game go at it here tonight. Chris, what an incredible guard matchup we have here in this one.
Oh, Kevin, there are some all-time greats playing at the guard spots these days. It will be a fun matchup to watch.
Now look at Memphis's starting group. Jackson and Valanciunas, they're in the middle. Morant and Brooks manning the backcourt. And it's Clark in at the 3. And for Utah, Conley and Mitchell, the talented backcourt pair. Rudy Gobert is out there with Bogdanovich. And it's O'Neal in at the small forward position. Now Conley. To the middle, here's Mitchell. Up and in on the layup.
I love the awareness. Conley is adept at reading the defense and realizing when his guys are uncovered.
Brooks outside. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Yeah, very little resistance. I mean, you had to bring much faster help than that.
On the wing, Mitchell. And the 3 off target. Here are the Grizzlies with the ball. Morant passes to Brooks.
I thought that one was going to go down. The mid-range jumpers, oh, man, that's usually a bunny with the D playing soft like that.
Now here is Conley. Pass to Gobert. Stolen by Jackson. And here we go with Brooks running it up the court. Here's Valanciunas. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It's going to be on Rudy Gobert.
Whether he's starting or coming off the bench, Valanciunas is a nice piece to have. He's a big man who's a nightly double-double threat.
The free throw drops for Valanciunas.
And add Valanciunas to the list of traditional bigs who are trying to stretch out their games. Last year, he shot more threes per contest than in any other season. And he actually hit them at a decent clip.
This hits them both.
And even though Valanciunas has added the 3 ball to his game, his value to this team really lies elsewhere.
Yes, yeah. He better know where his bread is buttered and stay in his lane, because no question, he's there to be a space eater. Look, think about it. He gives you high-level rebounding, efficient scoring inside. But if he wants more minutes on the floor, the improved jump shot is key for him.
And that one's good by Clark.
This is the mindset Clark has. He's opportunistic and really has an awareness of when to attack in transition.
Now here's Conley. They've been leaning on him for a decent chunk of their offense. He's averaging over 15 points a game. And he banks in the layup.
Oh, that's a well-deserved assist. Not every player has the vision to make that feed.
For Memphis, they've gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. Passes it to Clark. 5 to shoot. And that's good. A nice job in the glass as they pick up 2 on the second effort.
And all of his athleticism on display there. Clark's work ethic makes him lethal on that offensive backboard.
Okay, listen, you got to body him up when he's in the paint. If you play off of him, then that's just 2 easy points.
Here's Morant. 17 points for him last game against the Bulls in Chicago.
And what opened things up for him was his passing. He was making so many plays that the D had to play off it.
This quarter has been hit or miss for him. Mostly miss.
Memphis leading. Clark finds Morant. Just under 3.5 minutes gone here in the first quarter. And the pass to Jackson. Over Conley. Count it. Good.
He doesn't play around. If the buck is there for him, he's going to get it.
Bogdanovich against Jackson. Bogdanovich dishes to Conley. That falls. Nice feed that time from Bogdanovich. Conley's got 7 points.
This is why you have to be right on Conley, because he's a threat to shoot off the pass.
Morant against Conley. Lays it up and banks it in.
Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
Mitchell against Brooks. Mitchell's shot is good.
One of the more powerful young guards in our game. Mitchell loves to attack the heart of the defense.
And here's Morant. Look at those numbers of his. You just can't say enough about the work he's doing at the offensive end. He's averaging about 30.5 points a game. Now here's Brooks. Here's Valanciunas. It's good, and he makes his first shot of the game.
Oh, I love the rabid intensity right there. Valanciunas, he is capable of doing real damage on the offensive boards.
O'Neal kicks to Mitchell. Mitchell is doubled. O'Neal passes to Conley. And that one, good. He's got 9.
Great start for him. 4-4. He could be in for a big game.
Here's Morant. Gobert with the block. Conley with it. Now Valanciunas defending. Conley dishes to Bogdanovich. And Bogdanovich throws it down.
Yeah, the length and height of Bogdanovich is impressive. Outstanding at slamming it down there when he got the chance.
Brooks, the pass to Valanciunas. Gobert brings the double team. Here's Brooks. Valanciunas trying to free himself up. And Brooks gets it on the assist from Valanciunas.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Now here is Conley. He's got 9. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. Greg, we're still involved in the conference system. Does it hold relevance as we're looking here at the standings mid-season?
You know, for travel distance, yes, and there's also some tradition at stake. I mean, look, that said, in a perfect world, you'd like to see the best 16 teams make the playoffs each year, but we've had, you know, imbalance in conferences forever, so that's not going to change, but sometimes change is just necessary.
How about quickly for the playoffs? Would you like to reseed and take the top 16s, 1 through 16?
I would. I think that'd be a great idea.
First free throw is good.
And look, he's an elite defender at his position. Conley also contributes in many different ways on the offensive end.
Looking at who's out there now for the Jazz. Derek Favors checked in for Bogdanovich. Joe Ingles comes in for Royce O'Neal. And it's Clarkson in for Mitchell. The Grizzlies also changing it up. Winslow comes in for Clark, and Jones subbed in for Dylan Brooks. Good on both. And so Morant will bring it up for the Memphis Grizzlies. They trail by 1. Last time they met was in Memphis.
And they did win that last game in this matchup. It seemed they got the benefit of the whistle.
Now, here's Clarkson, following the miss by Ja Morant.
One of the things Clarkson does best is converting off the dribble drive.
And it's the Grizzlies with the ball. This game coming on the heels of their win against Chicago.
And really showed their depth when they needed it most. On the road, having to manufacture points.
The bench did exactly what they needed to do. Without their production, who knows if they win that game.
Utah leading by 3. The shot's good on the assist by Engel. Clarkson's got his second basket of the game.
This is why you like the size in the backcourt, if you can get it. I mean, Clarkson able to take the hit and complete the play.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Conley against Morant. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Morant's got his second basket of the night.
Yeah, I'm amazed at Morant's ability to take contact and still stay in full control.
Good on the shot.
He's putting the hammer down. Dominant quarter for him, trying to push out that lead.
The Grizzlies trail by 5. Jackson with it. And he really did play well against Chicago in that last game. Ingles against Winslow. And the rejection by Valanciunas.
Oh, you love seeing Valanciunas spike it back. When he's active on this end, it makes a difference.
It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. Here's Ingles. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Grizzlies will take it. Let's take another look at the staunch defense during that mobile 1 block.
Emphatic with the rejection. You've got to appreciate that kind of forceful defense.
Memphis has gone 0 of 2 from deep here. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Michael Conley. That's his first foul. Ilyasova, he's checked in for Utah. Matt Thomas comes in for Michael Conley. Memphis also making some changes. Porter's checked in for Jonas Valanciunas. Anderson comes in for Jaren Jackson. And it's DeAnthony Melton in for Ja Morant. Clarkson against Jones. He kicks it to Winslow. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. Here's a look at the 2K leaderboard. Certainly been a good month for these teams on the offensive glass. The Jazz #1.
And they've really put an emphasis on offensive rebounding. And guys, it's paying off. The second chance points are coming in bunches.
That misses, so he splits the free throws. Utah leading by 4. And Winslow pulls it down.
That's a shot they're always happy to get, even when he blows the finish.
And the dunk by Winslow.
And he wasn't about to do anything that would get him in trouble there.
Nope, up and in with a one-hand finish, the most basic possible. Here's Anderson. No good. That would have tied it. So the Jazz, their last game, a loss to Los Angeles. Now Clarkson. He's coming off a 10-point game against the Lakers. Thomas kicks to Favors. 6 to shoot. And that one good from Clarkson. Clarkson's got 6 points.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Jones finds Porter. Pass to Melton. Utah's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Thomas deciding where to go with it. Outside Favors. Down low, here's Clarkson. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
Solid on defense right there. But Clarkson using his height and length to full advantage.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
Find the lane. Find the lane. One shot.
Free throw good. Clarkson. Hey, Greg, you played in a different era of NBA defense. When you look at how defense is played now in the league, how do you feel about it?
You know, Kevin, I think the introduction of the zone, by and large, has been great. You get a lot more switching, and I think it brings more skill into the game. Don't get me wrong. I do miss the physicality that we had back in the 90s, but I tell you what, right now, my body wishes I had the opportunity to play in this era.
I bet it does. Hands where the ball is out of bounds. Clarkson touched it last. Winslow against Ingles. Pass to Melton. Kicks to Jones. Pass to Winslow. 4 on the clock. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. He'll take his 3rd and 4th free throw shots at the game right here.
76% on the season from the foul line.
That's good from Winslow. And good on the second, so he makes them both. Jazz leading by 5. 1:41 left in the first quarter. Thomas finds Favors. Outside Thomas. Now the pass to Clarkson. Clock at 6. Over Jones. The shot by Clarkson, no good.
And Kevin, they need to be consistent with their effort on the boards. You look at the box score, and they're at a definite disadvantage.
Anderson's shot is off. And it's Thomas with the ball. He brings it up for the Utah Jazz. They couldn't put the pieces together, losing the last matchup with the Lakers.
Painful to watch, guys. You can see their frustrations mounting, unable to get into any kind of a rhythm whatsoever.
And sometimes you have games like that, but you just got to shrug it off and move on to the next one.
Such determination on the glass. Not boxing out Favors is a huge mistake that you cannot afford to make.
Now here's Winslow. 5 points in the game. Pass to Melton. Here's Anderson. It's deflected.
Would love to see more of this from Ilyasova. I mean, he has the reach to swat away shots.
And a slam dunk by Favors.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
And how about then not settling? I mean, instead of being lazy with the shot selection, they go right to the rim.
There's Winslow. Taking a look at his numbers, he averages about 7 points a game. 5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. And Thomas, here we go. And here's Ingles outside. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. And so it's Mike Conley making highlights for Utah. He put together quite a quarter, 13 points in all. And he looks to be planning for more. And we'll be back with you shortly. And from moments ago, we got this from Donovan Mitchell on how his team maintains its edge.
That's been our whole story all year is the underdog, you know, and a lot of guys on this team have been that way throughout their lives and their careers. There's so many guys on the team that have been doubted.
Using that doubt, Greg, as motivation.
Whatever helps you play with urgency. If it's feeling like you're second best, use that to your advantage.
And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. What do you guys think about the Jazz here in this one?
You got to credit their defense, communicating, rotating, making plays on the ball.
No question, it's been stifling thus far, preventing that offense from establishing any kind of rhythm.
Oh. A dynamic leaper with an impressive wingspan. Mitchell usually has some flashy dunks up his sleeve.
The Grizzlies trail by 11. And here's Jones. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Melton feeling it out a bit. Shot clock at 6. Right side, Porter. Memphis needs to get off a shot here. Winslow's shot is off.
Even for a player who's not a three-point specialist, I mean, that's a shot you've got to knock down.
Clarkson finds Mitchell. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Greg, you and I have talked about how the NBA Finals used to be tape delayed. What's the value of fans getting to see the broadcast live now as opposed to tape delayed as it was back in the 70s?
Isn't that weird to even think that that's the case?
I know it.
You know, I think, Kev, that the fans, they just feel more connected to their favorite teams, the end players. It creates more anxiety, right? Because nowadays there's nothing that can happen that you don't know about it, whether you see it or not. So live sports, especially the NBA Finals, the anticipation, that anxiety that we talked about, man, I'm still a fan to this day in a different way. So I can only imagine when you have a personal vested interest in a team, what that's got to feel like.
Edge of your seat, you're right. Here's what Utah's going with right now. Bogdanovich comes in for Derek Favors, and O'Neal subbed in for Clarkson. The Grizzlies also changing it up. Clark, he's checked in for Winslow, and it's Dylan Brooks in for Jones. That's also good, so he hits both free throws.
Oh, not many players with a more steady hand at the free throw line than this fella.
Here is Brooks. 11 points for him in that last game against Chicago. There it is, his third basket. He's taken 7 shots to get those 3.
And sometimes it seems Brooks is better at scoring like this. I mean, he enjoys overcoming challenges.
There's Thomas with the 3. The Grizzlies trail by 11. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin. Well, Mike Conley is a 3-time Sportsmanship Award winner. He's also won the Teammate Award. And he's never been assessed a technical foul at any level of basketball. Now, some ask if going easy on the refs costs him calls down the road. But Coach Quinn Snyder said, it's hard to imagine that handling yourself with poise and respect can ever be a negative. Guys?
Well said. Thanks, David.
Yeah, good job to take it right at the D.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the night right now.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The first one falls. Gobert, he's checked in for the Jazz. The Grizzlies also changing it up. Valanciunas, he's checked in for Porter. Jaren Jackson comes in for Kyle Anderson. And it's Morant in for DeAnthony Melton. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time.
And they have yet to miss a shot from the line here this quarter.
Now here's Brooks. He has 6. He kicks it to Morant. Here's Jackson. Gobert with the block. Fast break. Here come the Jazz. Here's O'Neal. That fall. Nice feed that time from Bogdanovich. O'Neal's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. And so Morant will bring it up for the Grizzlies. It's a 16-point game. They can look forward to San Francisco after this game and a matchup against Golden State. They're in the midst of a 4-game road trip right now. That'll be game number 3. So timeout called here. The first for Memphis.
Trying to find some answers offensively.
Some bad shot selection as well as some bad luck. I mean, that's not going to help you score points.
Mike Conley's checked in for Thomas. And as we check out this year's contenders for the dunk contest, we get a look at some of the showmen, the best showmen in the NBA.
And with the names on that list, you know we're going to have a crazy competition this year.
You look at Mitchell. He's definitely got a shot of making it to the top 4 slots this year. We'll just have to see if he ends up moving up.
Listen, I know this guy is hoping he gets the opportunity to be a part of it this year, and it would be a huge disappointment for him if he's not able to showcase some of those phenomenal dunking skills.
And as always, we'll keep the updates coming in as we get closer to All-Star Weekend. One thing you already know, there are some great players pulling in boats so far.
Yeah, and I think it's safe to say that this is going to be one of those dunk contests that everybody's going to be tuning into.
When we know that Morant can make this shot, the defense has to defend him better next time.
Utah leading by 16.
And judging Morant's game early on, I've heard a few people with Allen Iverson comparisons.
Well, put me in that number as well. That's going to be tough to fill up, but it just means he has the potential, the quickness, the athletic ability, the IQ, the handles. They're both lightning fast, slight builds, and both tough. And you see the explosive ability to get to the rim and finish. I'm going to ask my boy AI what he thinks about the young Ja.
And the foul called on Donovan Mitchell. That's his first foul. The Grizzlies trail by 16. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Kicks it out to Bogdanovich. It's good from long range. Bogdanovich has got his second bucket of the night.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Pass to Brooks. Back to Morant. Trying to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. And the Jazz pushing it up now, and Bogdanovich throws it down.
Yeah, and how Bogdanovich keeps his concentration on the basket is impressive. Even when he's getting fouled, he stays with the play.
And he's got his first chance at the line here.
One shot.
And that one misses.
And Bogdanovich is a confident, efficient player, a guy who can play either the 2 or 3 spots on the floor.
I appreciate the aggression, but that's already his second foul. He's got to play it a little safer now.
Conley against Morant.
Who's got ball?
Utah leading by 21. Here's Bogdanovich. No good that time. Some solid defense there from Jackson. Memphis has gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. And that one's good by Clark. Clark's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
You got to know this is Clark's skill set at this stage of his career. He takes quality shots when he's inside.
Passes it to Gobert. Back to Conley. 6 to shoot. Nice ball movement by Utah. And slam dunk by Gobert.
You won't find a higher percentage shot in this league. Gobert from ground zero.
Here's Morant. He has 6. Kicks to Jackson. Back to Morant. Looking to end his cold spell. He lays it in. Morant's got 4 points in the quarter.
Oh, the timing couldn't have been better on that assist.
Conley, the pass to Gobert. Dishes it to Mitchell. And he makes that one.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
Timeout called, the Grizzlies.
And the lack of rim protection, top of the list.
Without question. They're giving up too many high percentage looks, a trend that they'd like to reverse.
Now that we have a second, let's take a quick peek at the rebounding numbers for the last handful of seasons for him.
On the boards, he's been a much bigger presence these last few years than he had been prior. And he can be counted on now to make an impact with his rebounding. And that's a product of all the work he's put in down low.
Here's Brooks. Clark trying to get open. And Brooks gets it to go. Brooks has got 8 points.
What assertiveness right there from Brooks. I mean, he knows he can make this shot when given the opportunity.
Conley against Morant. Conley dishes to Mitchell. And the rebound goes to the Grizzlies. Morant's got his 4th rebound in this one. And Clark slams it in.
Oh, this is just being a good team. I mean, Morant making sure to whip the ball over to his open man.
Utah leading by 17. O'Neal passes to Mitchell. Back to O'Neal. Six on the shot clock. Here's Mitchell. It's deflected.
And timing is so important. I mean, right there, Brooks shows nice judgment, being able to get the rejection.
A different look for Utah. Joe Ingles, who's checked in for O'Neal, and it's Clarkson in for Mike Conley.
Hard work on the boards. A lot of competition for that one, but he's got the limp to be the first one, too.
And then Mitchell with the dunk.
I love Bogdanovic's ability to put the team first. When he sees one of his guys open, he's a willing ball mover.
The Grizzlies trail by 19. Brooks, the pass to Clark. Now here's Valanciunas. Morant outside. Jackson, that's a 2-pointer, and it's good off the back rim and in. Here's Clarkson. 9 points in the game so far. Picked his pocket. Morant right side. Here's Jackson over Ingles. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And despite that funky delivery, Jackson Jr. has become one of the more lethal three-point shooters in this league, no matter the position.
And give his father a lot of credit. He and his mom, it's in his DNA. I played with his father in Washington, and he was a knockdown, deadly shooter, a champion with the Spurs as well. Now, as far as Jackson Jr., he's already shooting around 40% from beyond the arc. That's an incredible number for a player his age. It makes the Grizzlies very difficult to match up with defensively.
And Utah making a change here. Favors is checked in. Justice Winslow, he's checked in for the Grizzlies. Jones comes in for Dylan Brooks. Mitchell is double. Gobert finds Favors. And then Favors with the dunk.
Slamming it home. Part of why Favors shoots it so well from the field, sometimes he just spikes it instead of shooting.
And it's Jones with the ball for the Memphis Grizzlies. Trailing by 17. Clark outside. And again, Memphis no good.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
Jackson against Clarkson. There's the pass to Mitchell. Here's Gobert. Good, and it's Mitchell picking up the assist. Gobert's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Right through the contact. Gobert's added so much strength since being drafted back in 2013. It's helped all facets of his game.
The Grizzlies trail by 19. Outside, Jones. Winslow dishes to Clark. Takes the three. Rebounded by the Jazz. The Oklahoma City Thunder will be in town for the next one. That'll be the last of 3 straight at home for the team. Pass to Gobert. Here's Ingles from deep. He goes up again. Another shot. And Gobert with the lay-in. Gobert's got 6.
Just no resistance on the inside. That's their 5th consecutive make in the paint.
And they pick up 2.
That is why Morant was 2nd overall in 2019. Ja's ability to move the ball creates hoops for others.
Pass to Favors. He kicks it to Clarkson. Passes it to Mitchell. Just 5 on the clock. Mitchell is double. Over Jones. Here's Gobert. And slam dunk by Gobert.
He knows his job. Gobert is there to own the glass and cash in on as many second chance opportunities as he can.
Morant scanning the floor. Add another make to his scoring column. His 5th basket of the game. Now shooting 5 of 11. Jazz leading by 19. Mitchell passes to Favors. Clarkson against Clark. Clarkson kicks to Mitchell. Tipped away. Here's Favors. Here's Gobert. Lays it up and in on the nice reverse. He's got 10.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
On the wing, Jackson. Over Favors. Jackson misses. Utah has gone 2 of 4 from 3-point range so far in the second quarter. Clarkson dishes to Ingles. Back to Clarkson. To the paint. And the pass to Winslow. Lobbed up there for Clark. And it's Clark with the jam.
Oh, such a beautiful pass to set that one up.
Yeah, the pass might have been pretty, but the finish was angry. Back to Clarkson. Kicks it out to Mitchell. Fires the 3. It's rebounded by Memphis. And here's the fast break. Clarkson leading the way. Here's Gobert. Here's Favors. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It goes on Brandon Clark.
And with deceptive speed and a lengthy wingspan, defenders can sometimes just get stuck fouling Favors.
A different look for Utah. Ilyasova comes in for Gobert, and Thomas subbed in for Mitchell. Then for the Grizzlies, Porter's checked in for Jaren Jackson. Kyle Anderson comes in for Brandon Clark. And it's DeAnthony Melton in for Morant. Second free throw, no good. The Grizzlies trail by 20. 1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. Jones, the pass to Winslow. Shot clock at 5. And the dunk by Winslow.
You know, didn't need 2 hands for that slam. One will do just fine.
You're right. He can save the other hand for the next time.
Spotting up, the easiest way to shoot, especially for big men like Ilyasova.
And so it's the Utah Jazz controlling the game and finishing the quarter with a 20-point lead. From the field, they have been outstanding. Amazing shooting. That's what has them headed to a blowout. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thank you, Kevin. With Coach Quinn Snyder. Quinn, what has to happen in the second half?
Well, we got to keep getting stops and really just make plays. Make plays on the offensive end and be solid defensively. No magic.
It's a pretty simple game, right, Coach? Thanks for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. And we'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets underway.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Ernie Johnson. Kenny the Jet Smith is right here. Say hey to the folks, Kenny.
Hey, folks.
Say hey to the folks, Shaq.
Hey, folks.
Hey, let's get this party started.
Okay.
Donovan Mitchell was on fire in the first half. He had 14 points, 2 assists, and 1 rebound. And, Kenny, what'd you see out there from the Jazz?
Well, they built this lead in large part because of the sharpshooters off the bench. The subs played a superb game. Get it? Sub, superb. Oh, I'm rolling tonight. I mean, they played like starters.
And, Shaq, let's get your input on the Grizzlies.
Well, they got a ton of issues to work out. Allow way too high a percentage to be shot against them. Not really showing any energy on defense. No discipline. Look at their faces, Ernie. Do they even want to be here?
And that's going to do it for us here. The second half of action is coming your way.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. It's been one outstanding game from Donovan Mitchell.
In that first half, he was a hot knife, and the defense was butter, sliced right through them.
He did a great job of attacking the seams, getting to the rim, and then finishing strong.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. So on the floor for Memphis, Morant and Brooks manning the backcourt. Jackson and Valanciunas, they're in the middle. And it's Clark in at the small forward. Mitchell against Brooks. Mitchell's shot is good. Mitchell's got 16 points.
And the coaching staff loves this. Mitchell being assertive on offense and just imposing his will.
And Morant's got the ball here for the Grizzlies. Brooks outside. To the middle, Jackson. Yep, it counts. 8 points for Jaren Jackson.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
You'd like to see a little more energy coming out of halftime with the defensive end.
Stolen by Brooks. And here we go with Brooks running it up the court. And for those of you turning in, we're about a minute into the second half. Doesn't go that time. Gobert with the defensive effort. In transition, here come the Jazz. And count it, the shot is good. He'll go to the free throw line.
And at the offensive end, he's done about as much as they could have hoped for today.
The Jazz have made their free throws at a pretty good clip. They've hit 8 of 10.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
And if you're just joining us, we played over a minute here in the third. Clark kicks to Morant. Back to Clark. Brooks feeling it out a bit.
Might take them a little while to find their stride here in the second half. Only 1 for 4 so far. They just need to calm down, play their game.
Pass to Bogdanovich. That one good for 2.
And the reliability of Bogdanovich. His teammates know bogey is good for that shot, so he gets the feed and sinks it.
Pass to Valanciunas. The dish to Brooks. Goes up to the stripe. The Grizzlies with another miss.
They're having trouble getting going here in the second half. I mean, that's their 4th miss in 5 attempts.
O'Neal dishes to Mitchell. At the elbow, it's Gobert. It's Clark with the rebound. Clark's got 4 rebounds in this game. Jackson has the open look. And another miss by Memphis. Jazz have gone 3 of 4 so far in the third quarter from the field. Pretty good start to the half. That's good for Mitchell on the assist by O'Neal. O'Neal's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. Now a timeout called by Memphis. Donovan Mitchell really making a difference here.
Oh, yeah, no question what they'll be talking about in this timeout. They need to figure out some way to slow him down.
And a moment here to check out the numbers for Mike Conley. He's averaging 15 points a game, 5 assists, and 2 rebounds. And he has been passing the ball like a virtuoso. That's what really stands out about these recent performances.
Hey, every symphony needs a conductor. He unifies his teammates, sets the tempo, and they make some sweet, sweet music.
Morant against Conley. Back to Brooks. Clock at 6. Over O'Neal. Brooks with the bucket. Brooks has got 10 points.
Good at taking what he sees. Give Brooks this in-between shot. Man, he's going to knock it down every time.
Morant against Conley. Stolen by Jackson. And here we go. The Grizzlies on a fast break. And Clark slams it in.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
Yeah, going defense to offense in an instant. Every team now calibrated to do that.
Oh, the lob to Gobert. Up high to stop the alley-oop.
And sometimes it's as simple as this. Throw it up anywhere near Gobert, and he's going to finish it.
Memphis has gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Brooks outside. Out to Morant. Lets the 3 fly. Rudy Gobert with the rebound. Gobert's got his 18th rebound here tonight, all over the place. O'Neal up top. Brooks covering, and the dunk by O'Neal.
And ball handlers like Mitchell really elevate your offense. It's his precision passing to pass the basketball at the right time. Really a terrific ability.
Morant with it. He's got 10. Here's Valanciunas. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Valanciunas has got his 2nd bucket of the game to go.
And that's why you never stop working in the paint at either end of the floor.
O'Neal passes to Mitchell. Inside, Gobert, and slam dunk by Gobert.
And really the story of this second half, one team getting the shots they want, the other not so much.
Yeah, you can clearly see which offense is better right now. We'll see if that continues the rest of the way.
Morant finds Valanciunas. Good, and a nice assist from Morant. Morant's got 4 assists now tonight.
Oh, you see how focused Valanciunas is? When he's got this positioning, he's determined to score.
Bogdanovich against Jackson. Passes it to Gobert. Mitchell outside. Conley, the pass to Mitchell. Over Brooks. And it's Mitchell missing.
That's high-quality defense right there. Reading the situation, reacting, and making that a very tough jump shot.
And that's out of bounds. Memphis will retain possession. Ilyasova, he's checked in for Utah. Thomas comes in for Michael Conley. And Memphis also making a switch. Kyle Anderson, he's checked in for Jaren Jackson. How about that mobile 1 block we just saw? Amazing defensive work.
And he's all over that shot. Has it read the whole way and gets the position he needs to make a play.
Brooks outside. Lays it up off the glass. Brooks has got 4 points this quarter.
Showing just how explosive he can be. Now, Brooks must continue to ride this wave of momentum.
Thomas passes to Mitchell. It's Bogdanovich on the wing. Valanciunas grabs the board.
And trying to come up with the highlight reel finish, somebody forgot to finish it.
Here's Anderson. Valanciunas trying to free himself up, and Anderson gets it to go. Anderson's got his first points of the game. Jazz leading by 22. Mitchell passes to Ilyasova. Back to Mitchell. And the rejection by Valanciunas. Bogdanovich.
And blocks like this fire Anderson up, which in turn get his teammates going as well.
Kicks it to Valanciunas. And there's the pass to Clark. And it's Brooks in the corner. 17-foot shot on the way. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
Well, the board's cleaned up by Valanciunas. He's a double-double threat every night.
This will be his third free throw shot of the game.
And what a season he's had at the foul line thus far. 86% from the line.
Here's what Utah's going with right now. Derek Favors checked in for Bogdanovich. Joe Ingles comes in for O'Neal. And it's Clarkson in for Mitchell. Memphis also making some changes. Winslow's checked in for Clark. DeAnthony Melton comes in for Brooks. And Tyus Jones subbed in for John Morant.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
The free throw drops for Valanciunas. They're going to turn it over. They couldn't get it in bounds that time. And this is what the schedule looks like coming up for Memphis. On Friday, they'll be playing against Draymond Green and the Golden State Warriors. And then on Sunday, they'll be matching up with Chris Paul and the Phoenix Suns.
And that game against Milwaukee, it's a chance for them to come out and knock off the top dog in the league. A win there can be a big step forward for this team.
And Valanciunas kicks to Anderson. Here's Melton. No points in the game yet for him. From 12 feet out. No good from Valanciunas. Jazz leading by 19 points. And Thomas, here we go. It's tipped. And the call will be made against Matt Thomas. That'll be his second foul of the game. Here are the Grizzlies with the ball. They're on a 15-6 run. Now Winslow. He's got 9.
And that combination of size, mobility, and effort with Favors is what makes him special as a defender.
Here's Clarkson, and he jams it with authority.
And one step ahead of the defense with that solid screen.
And then, Greg, the monster dunk to finish it off.
Well, come on, guys. Someone has to rotate over. Defensively, that's just poor communication.
Here's Jones. And Valanciunas kicks to Winslow. They get it back. But they get it back.
Well, that's made a huge difference in this game, if you ask me. Their offensive rebounding has been sensational.
Thomas goes in. Ingles tries again. And the layup is good.
Second chance points always hurt. Just not enough effort to block out.
Yeah, that's what's frustrating, because you did the job defensively to get the stop, and then you gave it right back.
Jones dishes to Winslow. Back to Jones. Clock at 4. He kicks to Anderson. And he gets it to go.
I like seeing Anderson look to capitalize from there, showing that nice soft touch on that shot.
And here's Clarkson. 11 points in the game. To the inside. That shot no good. And the Grizzlies going the other way now. Pass to Anderson. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
A wildly unpredictable player. Anderson is skilled at drawing the D in and then making them get overly assertive.
It's his first trip to the line.
Shooting 2.
No good on that one.
I mean, and you start with Anderson. What you see is what you get. A smart, unselfish player who leans into his strengths.
Mike Conley's checked in for Utah. And Memphis also making a switch. Porter's checked in for Valanciunas. And he's good on the second. Now, here's Clarkson. They look to him for part of their offensive attack. Right now, he averages nearly 12 points a game. And now the Grizzlies, fast break. Here's Melton. He's covered by Clarkson. Melton, no good.
And though he's very active at the offensive end, Melton probably makes his biggest impact defensively.
I agree, He works hard, he shows good instincts, and reads the passing lanes very well. He's also disruptive with his speed, his length, and I like that he can play physical. He can get you out of your rhythm.
Outside, Jones. Anderson outside. Outside, Porter. Pass to Melton. Just 5 to shoot. Rebound, Utah. Favors got rebound number 12 here already in the game. Clarkson. He feeds it to Ilyasova. The rebound by Anderson. Anderson's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Here's Melton. And off the front iron, and in it goes. Melton's got his first points of the night.
Well, this is the attitude Anderson brings. A selfless player who loves giving it up to his open guys.
Clarkson with the ball. He's got 13. Over Anderson. Offensive rebound. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It goes on Justice Winslow.
I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
And this is his second trip to the line tonight.
76% on the season from the foul line.
That one is off. And the second free throw, good. Here's Melton. He's averaging around 5.5 points a game. Porter at the elbow. To the right side. Here's Melton. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And stolen by Favors. And it's Conley that time on the assist by Ilyasova. Conley's got 15.
Look, he's just adept at reading these situations. Conley is just a terror on the floor when it opens up for him.
And so it's Jones. He'll bring it up for the Grizzlies. Passes to Winslow. Bucket is good. He's got 11.
I like that pick play. I mean, you can see how easily it makes it for him to get to the cup.
The pass to Clarkson. Anderson against Ilyasova. Pass to Clarkson. And Favors kicks to Clarkson. 5 on the clock. Here's Ilyasova. Anderson with the block.
And this will be the last possession of the quarter if they're patient.
Yeah, no need to rush right here. Let the clock run a little, then execute your offense.
No question he got bumped on that shot.
For Memphis, they have shot 9 of 11 at the free throw line.
shooting 2.
And the first one at the line is good, so it's both teams making substitutions here. Both free throws good from Anderson. Now Conley. Here's Clarkson. Can't get it to fall. And so it's the Utah Jazz with a 19-point advantage heading into the next quarter. Their defense has been terrific in this game. We'll return shortly. And now a sneak peek into the huddle with Coach Quinn Snyder.
Let's just keep playing with the same intensity, okay? On misses, you guys really run in space. Anyone can bring it.
Well, he's trying to get them to maintain that edge right now.
And solid advice from Coach Snyder, wanting his squad to remain engaged.
And there have been two very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. Ingles outside with Favors at power forward. Conley out there with Clarkson. And it's Gobert in at the center position. That's the group right now for Utah. Chris, today's coaches have a different way to get through to their players compared to some coaches of the past.
Well, yeah, I think, you know, this culture is different. Guys don't want to be yelled at when they're giving their all. They want to try to find a solution instead of getting emotional about it. So I think, yeah, the emotional aspect of some point has been alleviated. And I think guys want to enjoy going to work every day and having a boss that they can discuss and figure it out with. I don't think the NBA is any different.
An improved free throw shooter compared to his earlier seasons. Nice to see Gobert attack his weakness.
Here's Jackson. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. And that one falls for Jackson. And so he hits both. Utah leading by 20. And here's Clarkson. Outside Conley. To the paint. Stolen by Jackson. And now the Grizzlies, fast break. Winslow's running. The shot's good.
Every team looking to get easy ones in transition.
That's about as high percentage a look as you're going to get. Running the floor beautifully.
Conley surveying the D. Outside Bogdanovich. Pass to Gobert. Out to Conley. Here's Clarkson. That shot off. And it's Memphis the other way. There's Jackson with the 3. The rebound by the Jazz. 14 rebounds for him tonight. Wow.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
Now a timeout called by Memphis. Chris, we've seen in the three-point contest, they've added a pair of deep shots worth extra points. You know, if the league decided for the All-Star game to test out a 4-point line, what would you think of that?
I'm not sure about the 4-point line yet. I think we'll always have time for that, but I don't think it's a need to rush for that. I think that until everyone can shoot like Curry or most guys can shoot like that, let's just not change it because 1 or 2 guys can. When we look at offensive efficiency and other statistics, there's still a lot of ways that this game can be improved with the line where it is. I love the NBA welcoming innovation, but this is something that I think we're jumping ahead of the times.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
Final quarter here, and we're just over a minute and a half through it. He dishes it to Bogdanovich. And it's blocked.
Well, this is where measurements don't tell the whole story. Clark is a tremendous shot blocker despite having an average wingspan.
Game moves along. 2 minutes gone here in the fourth. Shot clock at 3.
A beast defensively. Clark's reach and high motor is what makes him effective at blocking shots.
Morant outside. It's blocked. Second chance shot. Kicks it out to Mitchell. Right wing. 6 to shoot. O'Neal passes to Gobert. And Winslow pulls it down. And there's the call on Rudy Gobert. That's his third foul of the game.
And still early in the period, and they're only one foul away from being over the limit.
Valanciunas, who's checked in for Winslow. Here's Morant. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good.
And how about the body control? Morant, even when under duress, stays calm, cool, and collected.
Now, here's Mitchell. The feed to Gobert, and slam dunk by Gobert.
Now flying high and throwing it down with the one hand.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys. The Grizzlies trail by 17. On the wing, Jackson. Lots of room. That shot off the mark.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
He gets it in there. Mitchell's got 24 points.
And there's an edge to Mitchell's game. He wants to be the guy in charge, and if that means he's got to get physical, he'll do it.
Brooks outside. There's the lob to Jackson. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
And he pulls off the Houdini to make that catch and slam it through.
Stupendous alley-oop. Mitchell in the corner. Conley against Morant. Here's Mitchell. That's in there. Conley with the assist. Conley's got 5 assists in the game.
Well, he's been doing it all night. Why not go back to him?
Oh, exactly. Give it to the guy with the hot hand as long as you can. Let him try to close this out.
And here's Morant. He'll bring it up for the Memphis Grizzlies. Trailing by 19.
And they've won the rebound battle so far, and it's translated to the scoreboard.
Well, they look like they just want it more right now. You gotta love the hustle.
Brooks against Mitchell. Pass to Gobert. Mitchell looking it over. Bogdanovich. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down.
And Bogdanovich, a talented scorer, likes getting involved down low.
The Grizzlies trail by 19. Morant outside. The teardrop falls in.
And it's all about the release when you shoot the float.
Here's O'Neal. Oh, that's blocked. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Clark. Bogdanovich wide open. And the Jazz another 3.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
Here's Brooks. A rebound by the Jazz. Here's O'Neal. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It goes on Brandon Clark.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
Chris, you had some great battles with those guys in the 2020 Hall of Fame class, like Kobe Bryant and Tim Duncan and Kevin Garnett. I know you're going to join them in Springfield in the Hall of Fame soon as well.
Well, thank you, Kevin. I appreciate that. It was an honor playing against these guys. You know, when you think about Kobe and the Mamba mentality, as a friend, you just miss that competitive spirit, and it was an honor to call him an opponent and a friend. Tim Duncan, you had to be prepared when you went up against him and his great Spurs team. And same with Kevin Garnett, just energy and passion, and one of my favorite players of all time. So it was an honor playing against him, and an honor to call them friends.
Conley, the pass to Gobert. He's looking for Mitchell and finds him. Dishes it to Bogdanovich. Kicks it out to Mitchell. Over Brooks. It's Clark with the rebound. Clark's got his 6th rebound on the night. Morant outside. Off target from three-point range.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
And a little luck that time, but it drops. 16 points for Brooks.
This is what Brooks loves to do. Get out and run. He's good at making the right decision.
Utah calls timeout.
And the talk in their huddle is going to be about taking care of the basketball. I mean, their turnover numbers are terrible.
Utah leading by 20. Right side, Conley. The shot comes out. Morant with some nice D. Here's Brooks. The rebound by Mitchell. Utah's gone to the three-pointer 11 times tonight and nailed 5 of them. Conley, the pass to Bogdanovich. Now O'Neal. Mitchell with it. Feeds to Bogdanovich. Just 5 to shoot. And there's Mitchell. That's good on the assist from Bogdanovich. Mitchell's got 15 points in just the second half. Here's Morant. You know, Chris, every season we see teams in a given game or series, they just don't seem to have that same energy. What are some of the reasons teams fall flat?
Well, I think sometimes, you know, the stakes are a little bit higher in the playoffs. The other team is playing hard. Some teams have never gotten to that level before. Some teams, you know, let their guards down at times. You know, then you try to turn it on, but you're already on the ropes.
And there's the basket. Whistle blows and a chance for a three-point play. Going to the line for one.
Good luck trying to stop Conley. Even when you hit him, he figures out ways to score.
Free throw good, Conley. The Grizzlies have got a pretty good rhythm going offensively, shooting 8 of 15 for the quarter. Morant against Conley. And the second chance effort by Jackson.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
Here's O'Neal. The pass to Mitchell. Inside. And there it is for him.
He's got the hot hand right now. As long as he can keep getting open, they've got to keep feeding him.
Now Morant. A floater. Rebound, Utah.
He hasn't been able to find any kind of groove this quarter. I mean, it seems like he's been running on fumes since halftime.
Down low, here's Mitchell. Trying to get open is Bogdanovich.
Just Mr. Reliable again here today, Kevin. I mean, they need his points, and he's producing.
And here's Brooks. He'll bring it up for the Grizzlies. And with the move league-wide for greater representation, some are calling for more diversity in front offices. Chris, some say progress isn't coming fast enough. What do you think?
I think progress hasn't happened fast enough either. Put me on that list. Let me sign that petition. Because even in the coaching ranks, fewer black head coaches this season. You know, teams need to hire the best candidate. No one's saying anything different than that. But the fact of the matter is, they're not interviewing some of the best candidates. That's all. There's some of the best candidates in the door, and they should be hired.
Big night for Gobert. This team has become more and more comfortable leaning on his offense.
Morant against Conley. Morant passes to Brooks. To the middle. Here's Jackson. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Brooks. Jackson's got 23 points.
Oh, he's been dominant this quarter. I mean, he's determined to prevent the lead from getting any bigger.
O'Neal passes to Mitchell. Back to O'Neal. Nice ball movement by Utah. And slam dunk by Gobert.
Now that's how you lead your teammate into an easy scoring chance. I love that assist.
Memphis has gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. And again, Jaren Jackson. 25 points in the game.
He's really turned it around here in the second half. I mean, his offense has returned.
Utah has gone 2 for 2 from three-point land to start the fourth quarter. Pass to Gobert. Back to Conley. Stolen by Jackson. And now Brooks running the floor all by himself. Yes, that goes in. Brooks has got 6 here in this quarter.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
And how about then not settling? I mean, instead of being lazy with the shot selection, they go right to the rim.
Mitchell finds Gobert. Chris, we know the business of basketball is red hot. Franchise values are skyrocketing. And not only that, Chris, the NBA is America's most popular sport among those 34 and younger.
Well, yeah, it was cool, Kevin. That bodes well for the future, right? It wouldn't surprise me in the next decade or so if the NBA became the premier sport league in the U.S.
Both free throws good from Morant.
And what really separates Morant? The intangibles. He has a great camaraderie with his teammates already.
Pass to Favors. There's 1:38 left in the fourth quarter. Back to Mitchell. Right side Favors. Shot clock at 6. Here's Niang. Anderson with the block.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for the Jazz.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that, and man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And so that moves their record to 11 wins on the year.
And they've put themselves into the driver's seat in regards to the season series with this team. Tonight's win will give them a 2-1 edge with only 1 left to play.
And as usual, some excellent work tonight in what was a quality big impact game for Rudy Gobert.
He did all the dirty work that they needed, clearing out space underneath and securing rebounds.
Favors with a wide open look. They get the rebound. Niang. And he comes up with the deuce.
And you can sense that these fans, these players, they are ready to celebrate.
Well, you know they are, sure. I mean, come on, the finish line is in sight. All they have to do is play it smart.
And the Jazz making a change here. As Abuki's checked in, the Grizzlies also changing it up. Porter comes in for Jaren Jackson. And it's Frazier in for Morant. And the Grizzlies with possession here, trailing by 19. Here's Conchar, and finished off by Anderson.
And you can appreciate the fight now, but It isn't how they came into the game.
Yeah, how they ended this one is much different than how they started it. And that's a shame.
And the first one drops. Both shots good from the stripe. Frazier against Mitchell. Passes it to Winslow. And so it's Utah easily grabbing the win. They poured it on tonight. Dominant showing in front of a crowd that loved every minute of it.
And, you know, this game could really be a defining one for what they can do when they are playing at their best. I mean, being here at home no doubt helps, and the execution was flawless.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much, Derek. Long season. You don't want one loss to turn into two. How important was it to get this win tonight?
It's big for us. You know, we came out last game and play like bombs, basically. So we just want to come in and make a statement this game so that we working hard, improving, and just try to get a win.
You guys changed from bums to kings in one night. That's the league. Congrats, Derek. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David. Great job. Thanks so much. And that'll do it, folks. For Chris Webber, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. So long, everyone.